Your Pelsue trailer was built to last. The best way you can extend its lifespan and get the most value out of your trailer is by conducting a routine inspection. It is important to inspect your trailer before each use, and especially after there has been an accident, collision, or use of the trailer in suboptimal conditions, where the trailer may have been subjected to extreme bumps and drops. This video will show you how to inspect your Pelsue trailer for any serious damage. First, we'll check the major stress points on your trailer. Then we'll hitch it up and inspect the rest of it before you hit the road. The primary stress points on your trailer are the coupler, the hitch weldment and assembly, the tongue, and the axle mounts. As you go through these different areas, be sure to remove any objects or equipment within reason, which may prevent you from being able to see clearly. First, let's inspect the coupler. On AT&T trailers, this will be a lunette eye. This is a wear part and must be sized to match the vehicle hitch. Do not use a 2.5-inch lunette eye coupler on a hitch sized for a 3-inch coupler, and vice versa. Check the coupler for signs of wear and erosion. Most wear occurs on the bottom of the coupler, but you should always check both top and bottom for signs of wear or cracks. Next, check the fasteners that attach your coupler to the trailer's hitch weldment. Make sure they're tight, undamaged, and that none of them are missing. After that, look for cracking or any wear and tear in the welds around the hitch. Clear off any dirt, which may have accumulated around the weld points to get a better look. Before moving on, make sure the area where your chains are attached is strong, secure, and without cracks. Check the pins around your chains to make sure they're tight and undamaged. The next area to inspect are both tongue rails. First, align yourself with the center of the hitch at the front of the trailer and check to make sure the tongue rails are not bowed in any way. This is common after a jackknifing incident. Just like before, inspect all the weld points along the tongue rails, making sure to clean off any dirt as you do. Check for damage on every side of the tongue rails, top and bottom, inside and out. Take care to note any damage to the cross-member structure as well. There are 3 major signs that impact or stress has occurred: cracking, bending, or bowing. Be on the lookout for any and all of these as you survey the tongue rails. Pay close attention to the area where the tongue rails pass through the front of the genset deck on their way to the side rails under the trailer. The last area to check before hitching the trailer is the tongue joint, where the tongue rails meet the rest of the main frame members. You will need to go underneath the trailer to inspect the tongue joint. Look for damage, cracks, or bending at or near this joint. If the trailer has impacted a pothole or curb, or had another high-stress event, the axle mounting area could be affected. Make sure to check it for cracks or bending. Be sure the trailer is level when hitched to the tow vehicle. A trailer riding either too low or especially too high at the coupler puts increased stress along all areas of the frame, as well as the hitch, axles, and tires. The tongue is especially vulnerable to damage from an unlevel trailer. Unlevel towing leads to premature wear and possible failure of critical components. Inspect your safety chains and chain connectors for any damage. Make sure the spring clasps on your chains are working properly. Be sure to check for any damage or rusting along the axis. Inspect the breakaway cable when you connect it to your tow vehicle. To do this, remove the plug from the breakaway switch. Wrap the cable around a secure point on your tow vehicle when inspecting the system. Look for wear or cuts in the cable, such as fraying or tearing. Make sure there are no broken parts on the plastic plug. When plugging the cable plug back into the breakaway switch, make sure it snaps in securely. Connect the trailer light plug to your tow vehicle. Be sure the cable is free and clear from any pinch points it could run into on the road. Once the cable is attached to the tow vehicle and plugged in, make sure your running lights, turn signals, and brake lights are all working. Test the trailer brakes and set the sensitivity with the in-cab controller. When that's done, make your final walk around of the trailer. Be sure all stabilizer jacks are in their stowed position and are locked in place. Check that the fenders are not loose and that every door is closed and locked. Windows should be closed and secured. Check for any loose items which could come off during the commute. Make sure that chocks are stowed securely. See that the generator is unplugged and the power cord is secured. Check that the battery and battery box, including the cover, are all secure. Conduct a full check on every tire. Make sure the lug nuts are torqued between 90 to 120 foot-pounds. Over-tightening can be just as bad as not tightening them enough. The wheels should be undamaged and free of rust. Make sure there are no cuts or other damage to the sidewall of the tire and that tire wear is even and not excessive. Verify every tire has the proper air pressure by inspecting its indicator cap or by checking the air pressure. Finally, make sure your trailer is not overloaded. Overloading a trailer beyond its allowable weight capacity introduces excessive stress on the frame, axles, tires, and hitch, and can lead to premature wear and possible failure. At Pelsue, we built your trailer to last. Conducting this thorough inspection will help you get the most out of your Pelsue trailer.